Hello, everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair, and the smoking lamp is lit. And guess what I'm smoking today? My favorite pipe, an LCS, London Calling Simon. Got this last year. And I really, really like this pipe. This is a nose warmer. You can see it's kind of short little thing. But it's just, the proportions just, I like it. Now I have a few smoke, nose warmers. But I even have an outdoor nose warmer. This is my favorite. And it's actually up there with all my pipes. I like it. I smoke this one a fair amount just cause. So anyhow, it's been a while. Right. Last video I did actually was a combination. It was the Smoke Rings Around the World recap. Did about 2 weeks ago before my golf vacation. And if you haven't checked that one out, do. It has a bunch of the presenters just blowing smoke rings on Smoke Rings Around the World Day. Do check it out. So I had my golf trip. It was delightful, fun. Went to Chicago, met 3 other guys, my old friends from Colorado. But now that I'm retired and in Pennsylvania, this is our chance to get together. So we have a golf trip every year. Last year was in New England. Before that, we've had the Oregon coast. Anyway, met in Chicago. Went up to Wisconsin, Green Bay, all the way to the, Upper Peninsula. Crossed over to Michigan and then down. Played 7 rounds of golf. Ended up in Chicago, round of golf, and then home. So it was fun. But let me tell you a few things. Well, actually, no. We're going to do a few things first. And see if you've been paying attention. Northwoods Piper. 100 sub giveaway. Very good. You gotta like these people that are having a giveaway at 100. And I'll tell you why. Because that means, hopefully it means they're in it for the long haul. They've had their few, they're getting the kinks out, getting used to it, and sticking around. So that 100 is a nice milestone. So do check him out. Let's get him up to 200 real quick. Like it. And his call is supposed to be tough, but not for me. He's asking, what is your favorite pipe and what is your favorite tobacco? Now, if you've been following me at all, you know the answers already. Favorite tobacco, and it's been my favorite for close to 30 years now. Oh, it's going to be upside down or sideways for you. But it is Philosopher from Tinderbox. That's what I'm smoking right now. Philosopher. It is without question my favorite. It hasn't deviated from my favorite for all that time, even though I have a lot of tobaccos now. This is it. You should already know that because all these little things going on, I've always claimed Philosopher, my tobacco. Lee Van Cleef's tobacco. You gotta like that. Although I didn't know that for close to 20 years after I've been smoking it. What is my favorite pipe? I have a lot of them. But you know what is my favorite pipe? You are looking at it. My favorite pipe is the pipe I'm smoking right now. All pipes, and I've smoked all of mine, deserve to be my favorites for a little while. And you should know that too. In fact, I even mentioned it just at the start of this beginning video. Favorite pipe, favorite tobacco. Jack Ryan pipes also asked the question, what is your favorite type or style of pipe? Let me tell you. It has always been the bent billiard apple, funny, blah, 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 blah. Bent pipe. Molina. Stanwell. Oh, here it comes with the Peterson. I love the bent pipes. Ooh, an order. Very, it's just part of his Sherlock Holmes blend. And one of my newest, an Asikian pipe. I really like this one. That is my favorite shape. I have a lot of them, and you're going to get to hear about that coming up. In my quest to smoke all of my pipes by style, it'll be coming up. You'll hear about it. So anyhow, I've said this before or done this before last year of talking about little special things. And I had a few happen, and I just want to tell you about them. The first one actually came from our trip up above the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. We had some bad weather, but one of the times when we were driving, the weather cleared up and we were at the peak of the fall season. And I'll tell you, that section of the country is gorgeous. It was so beautiful. And I was wondering, why is it more beautiful than here? Or why was I just so impressed with it compared to what happens here in Pennsylvania? And I realized two things. One, it seemed to me that the forest was thicker, much more trees in the same space. Very, very thick. Probably due to just more constant moisture. Yeah, I'm not really sure. But so there's much more trees as you're viewing the stuff through the mountains or the hills, I guess. And another thing that I noticed, and I didn't notice it at the time, what I loved here in Pennsylvania, and I used to come out here. I'm born from here, around here. Came out once my parents retired to visit. I would always come during the fall. But here, yes, there's always a peak, but it's not a peak. Some of the trees have already lost their leaves. Some of them are about to. It's beautiful, and that's what I've always been used to. Michigan, though, when we were there, and we were there at just the perfect time, all of the trees have changed. There wasn't trees that have already lost their leaves, or most of them, or still green and about to lose their leaves later. And I realized that's really special. How do I describe it? It's just that they all were changing right at the same time, and it truly, truly, truly was gorgeous. And just to seeing them, beautiful. Another not a new thing, what am I talking about? But the first time this year, this was a while back, about 3-4 weeks ago, we had a rainy day, and then the next day we had a cold day. And on that second day, I was out taking a walk. No, I'm not a lunter, so I wasn't smoking. But in the neighborhood, I came across, and you can just tell, the first house that had their fireplace. And you can just smell the smell of smoke from the fireplace. That's a simple thing that I love. Love it, especially if there's snow on the ground I'm walking around and you have the leaves coming from, or the smoke coming from the fireplaces. Another thing, going back to our trip, we're off the Lake Michigan. And right by the house that we were staying in, Airbnb, we got to the lake. And one of my favorite simple things is just hearing the ocean, especially, being a Navy man, always loved that. This is kind of close, but we were sitting out just at sunset. The sunset turned into just bright red, orange sky and the waves. And we just sat there. I smoked my pipe. Simple things. Felt so good. And last one. Now this might be me, but have you ever had, it's not you remembering stuff through your brain, your whole body. Have you ever had it where your whole body remembers? I had that happen to me before the trip. We had some gorgeous days sitting outside, and it was not dusk yet. Sun hadn't set, but it was going to. And the day, my whole body reacted to the feeling in that, the temperature, where the sun was in the sky. And it just took me back to high school. And I was thinking, in high school, this would have been the time when I'm out with my friends, and we did this a lot in lieu of homework. Just getting out with my friends, throwing a football. We'd throw a football until the sun went down and we couldn't see. But I was completely transported, just the whole body felt as though I was back there. It happens to me on a lot of occasions, but this one was the latest, and it was great. So we're getting into some of my favorite times. These are a few of my special things. As winter gets on, we'll have a few more. So anyhow, just wanted to check in because it's been a while. I'm doing a lot of stuff planting in my garden, the fall flower plants. And I got some bulbs for spring. Slowly my garden will have something blooming. Spring, summer, and fall. Work in progress. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please like and subscribe so I know who's out there. And if you don't like, remember, you're really not going to get to heaven. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. Take care out there.